Questions about this to Professor Thomas Jäger from the University of Cologne. Good morning.
A very good morning, Mr. Tuna.
Does Trump speak deliberately and with a long-term strategy like Putin, or is it thoughtless talk?
No, it is very deliberate. And this was already evident during his first term, when the American services had proven that Russia interfered in the American election campaign. And Donald Trump simply said, no, Putin says something different. And I believe him more than these services that work for the president here in the United States. So everything we are experiencing now is not surprising at all, that the USA wants to talk to Russia alone, that Donald Trump is not interested in democracy, which he is currently pushing back in the USA, to say the least, that he envisions a world where autocratic rulers, and he sees exactly that. 3, divide the world among themselves. That is his worldview. That was plain to see. The voters in the USA wanted it that way. And the Europeans made the mistake of not preparing for it. But we've been saying that for months.
If we continue from there, is Ukraine perhaps just a small piece in Trump's grand plan to forge a far-reaching global disarmament agreement with Russia and China?
Yes, it is such that Ukraine is currently the point, if you will, where Trump wants to prove that he can play in this game himself, because from his perspective, that wasn't the case so far. But from his point of view, the United States has been weak until now. He has clearly marked his own ambitions with Greenland and Canada, to name just 2. He means that literally, that is exactly what he is aiming for. And we have to wait and see what agreements he will reach regarding China. That will be a tougher challenge for the United States because officially, China is the great systemic rival. But if we look at the policy the Trump administration has pursued so far, it is quite tame towards China.
The Kremlin also suggests, Mr. Jäger, that a normalization of American-Russian relations would have positive economic consequences. For the USA and for Russia, is Trump also thinking about business that he and his family could do with and in Russia?
Yes, a hotel will spring up in Moscow. There's no doubt about that. But Putin has Trump exactly where he wants him and is keeping him on the hook. So, because he has achieved that. In these talks, what really interested him was that diplomatic relations are rebuilt, and Russia, if one may say so, has become the first point of contact in Europe for the USA, that discussions about lifting sanctions will take place so that Russia's war chest can be replenished. That was much more important to him. And of course, he tempts with the idea that in some way, some of this money can also stay in the USA. And there, Trump sees his own family finances as a priority.
Thank you for these insights. Professor Thomas Jäger from the University of Cologne, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tuna.